Hi there. Welcome to the Call to Cinema. A good movie, much like a good song, can stay with you. And whenever you see it again or hear it again, it can take you back to that time and that place and maybe even that feeling that you felt when you first saw or heard. Tonight I'm reviewing Crossroads, put out by Mill Creek Entertainment. It stars Joe Senica, Ralph Macchio, Jamie Gertz. Got a early appearance by Tim Russ there, if you're a Star Trek fan or a tracker, whatever you want to call it. But the true star of this film is the music. The music in this film is incredible. It is a masterpiece of incredible blues music. Just some incredible guitar playing. How good is the music? How good is the guitar playing in this? Well, the music in this was done by Roy Cooder. And Roy Cooder is one of the great guitarists of all time. And we could just stop right there, and that should be like good enough music-wise. But we don't, because it also has one of the other incredible guitarists, and that's Steve Vai. And one of the things you're going to get in this is you're going to get an incredibly amazing, enthralling, uplifting, tense guitar battle, which takes up the end of this film. This is an incredibly well done film. Ralph Macchio plays a 17-year-old Juilliard student by the name Eugene that is a classical guitarist, but his heart is in blues music. He finds a picture, and he's been reading all these books, and he's looking for Willie Brown. Now, Willie Brown's a real person, as was the guy mentioned here at the beginning of the film, Robert Johnson. Some of the greats when it comes to the early Foundations blues. Now, in real life, there was a legend, kind of a folktale of Robert Johnson and him going to the crossroads and making a deal with the devil to get the incredible sound that he was so famous for. Willie Brown was a very close associate and amazing musician of his own, right alongside Robert Johnson. So basically what's going on here is they've taken the story of Robert Johnson and selling his soul at Crossroads, and they've kind of updated it and made a kind of a coming of age story where the classical guitarist spy grows into becoming the blues man that he wants to be. It's a road trip story. It's a coming of age story. It's a character piece. It is. Sometimes the characters are the people that you see on the screen. Sometimes it's the music that you hear them play. And the music is paramount and important in this. Every performance in this movie is utterly top notch. Walter Hill directed this. He's going to go for he's going to swing for the park. Swing the ball for the. There you go. Any knocks it out of the park, which is what I was trying to say. It is such an incredibly well done film. I loved the music in this. I love the performances. Ralph Macchio's character is both naive and endearing and frustrating at times, as is Jamie Gertz. Now, her character is a tough street girl, and pretty early on, I think you kind of figure where it's going, or at least if you've listened to Bluesmiths, you know where it's going. And everybody plays just like a really good song, where every note and sometimes the notes may not seem like they fit together, like a Bowie song, for instance, right? But when it's played, it just has this magical quality that you can't, you wonder, you can't quite bottle it. Crossroads has that. You have these character performances by these incredible actors. you have this incredible cinematography and extremely, extremely well done. Just like the sets, whoever the director of photography is in this one, and I didn't look it up. I do apologize. I really should have. Did an incredible job with this one here. Obviously, Ry Cooder, who did the soundtrack for this here, did an amazing job. Steve Vai, I cannot get over the Steve Vai's work on this film. See, Ralph Macchio can't actually play like guitar, not a Steve Vai level of guitar. So when you're watching this film and you're getting to this guitar battle, and Vai will actually be in the film. He's actually kind of the one that Ralph Macchio goes up against. So Eugene gets a guitar battle against Steve Vai. Now, one thing that you should know as you're watching this film, well, suspend your disbelief and imagine that Eugene is the guy doing it first. But then, afterwards, realize that Steve Vai is performing a guitar battle in actual reality against himself. And that is eye-openingly fantastic. It is incredibly well done. I don't want to give too much of Crossroads away. It's just because it's all about the journey. Don't Google it. Don't look. Maybe watch a trailer. You can watch the trailer. We'll go that far. But how is the movie overall? Like, how's the Blu-ray? Well, it has an incredible slipcover, which I really I love these here slipcovers that Mill Creek does for the VHS. And I do remember this as a VHS. I saw this as a 15-year-old Aaron watching this film. As we can see, the slipcover got the old school artwork, and we got the newer Blu-ray artwork on the inside. I prefer the slipcovers, old school artwork, so I recommend if you're going to grab this, grab with the slip. The transfer on this, by the way, is really freaking good. And the audio is incredible as well. How can I not be? It's Ry Cooder and Steve Vai. Crossroads is an incredible coming-of-age film. It's an incredibly well-done film. You have Ralph Macchio in a film where there's an older mentor figure, and there is the obvious automatic like comparisons to the famous Karate Kid film that he did. And that's understandable. But in all honesty, the movies are really, aside from that very, very base thing, incomparable. Karate Kid's an amazing film that I can watch over and over again, that I incredibly love. Crossroads is a different beast. A film that I love for many different reasons. We don't have karate in this one. We got the blues guitar. We got slide guitar going on. We got some incredible harmonica work in here as well, which I think is actually by Joe Seneca, because he is actually a musician. But when you watch this movie, like, look up these guys. Look up Robert Johnson. Look up Willie Brown. And then look up Ry Cooder and Steve Vai, because their work is incredible. Mill Creek, you did it again. I did not know this one was coming. Actually, this was a review copy, and this came in later than the rest of my review stuff, but I was so excited to open this up and watch this today. The entirety of my time when I was at work, I had it put to the side, and just ready to come up right after work. I finished work, grabbed a cup of tea, came up here, put Crossroads in, and you know what? Just like I said, when you hear that like piece of music that kind of brings you back to either happiness, exhilaration, heartbreak, love. Crossroads brought me back to 15-year-old Aaron, still like in my teen years, still discovering what I liked, like movie-wise, music-wise. Probably one of the reasons that I have such an eclectic taste in both of those areas. But there you go. Crossroads, Mill Creek. If you haven't checked it out, you should. And hopefully it'll make you, if you haven't fallen in love with the blues at all, if you haven't really listened to any Ry Cooder's work or any of Steve Vai's, hopefully that'll give you an appreciation for that as well. I'm Aaron. Thank you for joining me here in the Call to Cinema's movie study for an incredible film. I don't rate them on a 1 to 10 scale. I don't give a 4 to 5. I just say if a film is Call to Cinema approved, if it's a quality film, if it's a rental, if it's a pickup. For me, Crossroads is a buy. It's a discovery. Well, it's a rediscovery. Hopefully for some of you, though, this will be a discovery that you'll enjoy. That maybe you'll thank me for because you hadn't heard of it. But make sure you check it out because just like the blues, it stays with your soul. See you soon.